Hello everyone and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. I'm back on the show floor at Snowflake Summit where I'm delighted to be joined by Naveen Sharma, Global Practice Head at Cognizant. Great to be back with you again.
Same here, great to be back with you, Ed.
At Cognizant, you help companies modernize technology, reimagine processes, and transform experiences so they can stay ahead in a fast-changing world. What's top of mind for your clients?
Clients all seem to have one or two common themes. They're all coming to us saying, help me be more effective. The macroeconomic climate is what it is. It doesn't look like it's going to change drastically. So everyone's got the pressure on being able to deliver more with what they've got. From the last 2 or 3 years, companies also made some pretty large investments in their technology. Everyone went in real heavy on data and analytics, and in the last 12 months on AI. And now they're turning around and saying, look, we've proven all that there was to be proved. All the POCs were successful. All the experiments came in green, right?
Right.
Now, scale up, show me the value. Show me what can actually be done with all of this energy and investment that's gone into data and analytics and AI. So that's really a big theme that's just consistent across all of our clients right now.
Tell me more about the Cognizant AI and ML solution called the Healthcare Plan Match, powered by Cortex. What can clients expect to get out of this solution?
So we're excited about this, right? We're one of the launch partners with Snowflake on Cortex. We're very excited about that. When we sign up for health plans, it's always this process where you look at either complex documents, and those documents are usually binders about yay thick. Confusing, opaque, and they're not opaque by design. Members have choices. They can either try and go through that thick book and understand what they're signing up for, or they end up calling the contact center and relying on someone to help them navigate it. What we've developed is this capability that lets a potential member or an existing member evaluate plans. Look at what is the kind of treatment that they need, what are the choices they have, what drugs will they have on formulary, how many visits can they afford, what is the copay per visit. So really taking what's been a traditionally opaque process and opening it up to the consumer. Technology only takes off, achieves scale, once it reaches the consumer. So I think that's a big thing for us.
Great to hear that you're always putting the customer first and adapting to meet their ever-changing needs. At Cognizant, very much is encouraging their clients to rewire for an AI everywhere future. What immediate action should leaders take to prepare for this extensive AI adoption?
I think the challenge with AI adoption and generative AI adoption is not technology. Over the last 12 to 14 months, companies have gone somewhat single-threaded on doing POCs and proving out technology. And we've done this roughly 500 different instances with clients. Every single POC works. Every single experiment works. So I think we're now at the stage where we can say, let's stop focusing on the technology. The impact from this technology is going to come when you are bold, when you actually reimagine the process, the underlying data stack, the underlying ecosystem, the people, and the culture. All 5 of those things have to come together. You really have to step back and look at, if I'm going to redo things, how would I redraw them today? That ambition, I think, the ability to step back and be bold, that is the key thing that I would recommend to all of our clients.
I'm so glad you mentioned the culture and the people. From a leadership perspective, why is it so important to prepare the next generation of data leaders now versus ever before?
Data is not going away in terms of importance. We all talk about this, right? Every company is going to become a technology company.
Right.
Now, technology is a differentiator, process is a differentiator, people are differentiators. But really what powers all of this is the underlying data that flows through these processes, that powers these systems. Being data literate is no longer going to be a nice to have. It is critical.
No longer an option.
No longer an option. If you're trying to compete in this landscape, your people better be aware of where data comes from, the lineage, the amount of trust that you can put in that data, the situations where it can be used for, the marketplace setup that you have to start evaluating data as. All of those are things that have to become second nature to you. Making sure that people that have been doing work in this space understand how data is used, how data can be used, and using that to infuse some design thinking type skills to say, how should it work? Those are all the reasons why we're so bullish and so eager to invest in upskilling our people with data literacy.
Great to hear. It's very much a top-down approach. It's great to be back with you here at Snowflake Summit, and your booth is an absolute fantastic representation of Cognizant and the AI Data Cloud ecosystem all around us. What are you hearing, and what's top of mind during your time here at Summit?
I've been at Summit this morning and I've had non-stop meetings with clients, right? So the excitement
Great
level,
to hear.
The excitement level is super high. The other thing that has jumped out is, clients aren't talking about what's been done. Clients are more interested in knowing what else can be done. Together. So I think that's fantastic because that shows us all that the ambition and the appetite to do more with data and tech remains within our client base. I think that's key. The underlying themes are things we spoke about, right? Show me more value, show me the value quickly, help me get better and more competitive so I can do more for my consumers. The consumers are really driving a lot of this. Our own thresholds with how much we're willing to wait has gone down. If I can order an Uber and a car magically shows up in 30 seconds, there's no reason to bring that expectation into the enterprise. So I think in some sense, it's bringing that consumer level expectation back into the enterprise. I think that's becoming more and more apparent to all of our client leaders.
Well, great to see you again. Great to be back with Cognizant at Snowflake Summit. Always a pleasure, Naveen.
Thank you.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. We'll see you soon.